I'm John Albritton, and I wanted to talk to you about a producer named Bob Ezrin. Basically, I wanted to find a producer that influenced rock music as we listen to it today. So what I did was I went back to Pink Floyd's album The Wall. I knew that a bunch of the effects on that album, bands try and emulate them now today because it was so ahead of its time. And as I was looking through the credits on that CD, I found out that Bob Ezrin was a part of that. And after doing some research, I found out that the main artist throughout his career that he worked with was Alice Cooper. And he recorded his first album with them in '71, and since then he's produced 10 albums with them, and on all 10 of them he is credited with co-writing and mixing all 10 of them, which is very impressive to me. Alice Cooper was actually quoted as saying that Bob Ezrin was their George Martin. After recording the first CD with them, that was the sound that they went for. That was the sound that made the band. So, it was a huge deal for them. One of the other really big albums that he did in the '70s was Kiss's best-selling album called Destroyer. And he is actually mentioned as a co-writer on that CD as well. He co-wrote the song Beth with them, and you can actually hear him on the album. He's playing the piano. Some of the other big bands that he did in the '70s, one would be Pink Floyd, which I already mentioned, and Peter Gabriel. He started working with him back in the '70s and has done a few albums with him since. One thing that I thought was very impressive was the fact that as time goes on, Bob Ezrin has sort of morphed with the new styles of music and continued to be relevant and be a producer that people still ask for. He's gone through bands like Kansas, Rod Stewart, Nine Inch Nails, more recent bands like 30 Seconds to Mars, The Darkness, Jane's Addiction, and The Deftones was another one. And he's also very smart. As technology changed, he started investing in companies. He came up with a company in the early '90s called Seventh Level, and this was a company that produced CD-ROMs. And one popular CD-ROM that they came out with was a game that was based off of the Monty Python series, which is pretty funny if you check it out. He also found a company called Enigma Digital, and this was actually really cool. It was one of the very first internet radio companies, so he sort of pioneered that. Eventually he sold the company to Clear Channel. One more thing that I thought was very impressive is, even though he's had this really prolific career, he still gives back to the community. He found a company called Mr. Holland's Opus, and he's also the vice president of that. Basically, what they do is they find less fortunate children and they provide them with musical instruments. So he's trying to keep, the music and schools going, especially for people that can't even afford it. He also put together something called Young Artists for Haiti. And this was a CD with a bunch of different artists that he got. And all the proceeds from that went to the victims in Haiti from the earthquakes in 2010. And, it was fun researching him. I would definitely say that he's had a great career, and as I go forward into my own career, he's definitely someone that I would like to emulate.